In my the last place that I lived in before I made hijrah, I was with a roommate, and he wasn't Muslim at the time, and my sleep schedule was awful, and there was no window in the bathroom area. So this sounds disgusting now that we both are Muslims, and you can conceptualize this. The closet has no separation to the bathroom, and I decided to sleep in there because there was no window and the sun was up. So what happened was I fell asleep and I woke up and I was in a dream, but I didn't know at the time. It felt really real. And I was teleported to this really weird like house that I've never seen before. And I was on the second floor of this house and I heard a scream and I saw my friend scream. He ran from in the hallway. I can now see him. And I was in like the corner. So think like this is the corner of the room. I can see him and there's stairs here. So he runs down the stairs and following behind him were two black figures and they were floating. I couldn't see faces. They didn't have any legs. They were just floating. And the closer that they got to me, the more of an evil like feeling I could, I don't know the right word, but the presence, they, once he ran down the stairs, they turned towards me and I was like, oh God, here we go. So I was backing up into this corner until I couldn't go anymore. It was just a wall behind me. And they kept coming into me and they essentially flew into my body. And after they did that, I was locked into place for a solid 5 seconds before I woke up. And I will tell you, wallahi, those 5 seconds were the most evil 5 seconds I've ever felt in my entire life. And that shook me awake. And I was like hyperventilating. I was shaking. I was like, what just happened? So I like got up. I went out into the living room. I was freaking out. I woke up my friend. He's like, what's going on, dude? You going crazy? And I told him the story. He's like, you don't need to worry about any of that. But I recognized the friend. I didn't speak to him in a few months. We'll just say, yeah, friend. And I sent the voice message of like the description of the house and what happened. And he said, bro, period, period, period. And he sent a message, a photo actually, of this room. And he said, I'm house sitting in a different state right now. And it was exactly the house that I had.
Wow.
Never saw this house in my life. Didn't speak to him until he left. So,
What was going through your head right there? Like when you saw that photo, what were you thinking about?
dude, my heart
That's
dropped.
crazy. That's crazy.
Because I didn't have the Islamic explanation for that. So I was just speechless. I was like, what just happened? So from then on, stuff was moving in my apartment. I had this like hairspray bottle thing, and it was always set on this certain part of my bathroom counter. I'm a very organized person. I know where my stuff is. I don't misplace stuff. And I was looking on the bathroom counter because I was trying to see where it was, and it was gone. Dude, I had a whisper. I could hear something whispering in my head saying it's under the bathroom counter. So under the bathroom sink. I open it, bro, and it's in there. I would have never put my hairspray under the bathroom sink. Like, doesn't make any sense. And then from then on, I was researching all of these things, and I heard the Islamic explanation for that. And from then on, I just became really fascinated with everything Islam. I really started to fall in love with the end times, signs of the end times. And you and I, although we might not live in the major signs, we are witnessing some of the craziest events in human history. And I think reaffirming our beliefs with that is huge because it's like a magnet to pull you towards Islam and away from the dunya. Because you're reading these signs and you're like, I don't want to align with these signs. Like people having sex on the street, people being extremely greedy. I don't want those, man. And the thing that's nice with reverts too is you're either like 100% on the deen or you're not at all. Because if you go back to your old environment, you're going to fall back into the old person you used to be, or at least for me. So I was spending all day in the masjid, just watching all these videos on dawah like Muslim Lantern, Sheikh Uthman,